Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another book review, and I want to say happy Hanukkah. So, I found this book at my local library. Shout out to the local libraries. If you've been here before, you know I'm a big champion of the libraries. They've got great books, movies, anything you can think of, just about every library has. So, I was in their little holiday section. I saw this, The Eight Heartbreaks of Hanukkah, and I was like, well, you know what? Hanukkah is right around the corner, so let's give this book a try. So, let's read the back. It says Evelyn Schwartz has the perfect Hanukkah plan. 8 jam-packed days producing the live-action television musical of A Christmas Carol. Who needs family when you've got long hours, impossible deadlines, and your dream job? That is until an accident on set lands her in a medical bay with one of her chronic migraines, and she's shocked to find her ex-husband David Adler filling in for the usual studio doctor. It's been 2 years since David walked away from Evelyn in their life in Manhattan, and his ex-wife is still the same workaholic who puts her career before everything else, especially her health. But when Evelyn begins hallucinating ghosts tied to her past heartbreaks, and every single one leads to David, he finds himself spending much more time with her than he anticipated, and denying there's still smoldering chemistry between them becomes impossible. And Evelyn revisits her ghost of Hanukkah's past, and she and David both begin to wonder if they can have a Hanukkah future. But with a high-stakes production ramping up the pressure on Evelyn and troublesome spirits forcing them both to confront their most difficult memories, it might just take a Hanukkah miracle for these two exes to light the flame on their second chance at love. Now, last year I read a Hanukkah book I believe by Gene Meltzer. I'll try to find that and link that in my playlist below. I have to say this book was a really good combination of the Christmas Carol Hanukkah kind of wrapped into one. So, I will say I definitely enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd read it again. I don't know if this is the type of book that you would read again. But for me, it was a fast, easy read. I will be honest, I listened to it and I read it because that's how much I did enjoy the book. Evelyn has suffered trauma through her whole life, starting with her parents completely fighting all the time. If you've been in that type of environment, you know that does leave scars. David came from a well-to-do family David was a sweet, sensitive young man, and they grew up in neighbors. They reconnected in high school. They lost track. Then they hooked back up and ended up being married, and they had another tragedy that most couples, to be honest, do not survive. And it is a little spoiler, but it is a death of their child. If you've ever been in that situation or know anybody in that situation, it's hard for couples to come back. Especially a couple like with Evelyn, who loses herself in work when she has something traumatic to deal with. Now, let's get into these 8 ghosts of Hanukkah. She has 8 heartbreaks. They keep, coming at the most inopportune times. Like, she'll find herself with this experience from a ghost, but she'll end up passed out on the floor and everybody's like, what's going on? And it did start when she got smacked in the head with a piano. I just love the way that the ghost came and showed her a little bit and had her thinking. David, on the other hand, has been dealing with the trauma they had of losing their child. Knows he still loves Evelyn, is trying to move past, but just knows that it's not working. Now, while Evelyn's producing this Christmas Carol live action, she has this actor, rock star come in, and this guy brings the comic relief. I swear, he had me chuckling. Plus, there's a chicken. When you get to the chicken, you will definitely understand. But it's a good second chance romance for the Hanukkah holiday. You don't have to be Jewish to read this book. I'm not Jewish, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, if you've never read this, please give it a chance. Share the video out so other people can find out about it. And for my Jewish viewers, I hope you have a happy Hanukkah, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!